Falcons at Commanders. Commanders are 4-point home favorites going against Michael Penix Jr., who is in the playoff hunt. Just gets dropped right in there. Yeah, you're going to be a playoff QB soon. All right, Charles, what are you watching in this game? What are you checking out about your glorious Atlanta Falcons trying to rise up against the Commanders?
Dude, I don't even know. I know historically this is a poison pill for Atlanta because I'm expecting Jayden Daniels to run for like 150 yards in this game. Like, I could be off. The Falcons pass rush is imagining it. I've had this in my brain since before the season started. I know the Falcons, their pass rush is a lot better than it was to start the season. Like, I thought it might have just been like, kind of fake nonsense after they got out there by, where maybe you figure out some stuff. But no, like Arnold Ebiketti's playing a lot better recently. He's actually putting some good tape out there.
Yes.
Caden Ellis has been a monster on blitzes recently, so they at least have some idea. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad it took them like 30 games to realize he needs to be moving forward, not backwards. What? He's
a rep guys too.
yeah, that is true. But like he's a Sam. Like all of his best reps were like the closer he was to the ball, the better he was. The further away he was, the worse it looked. So I just don't know why it took so long for them to actually just stick to a plan for him. But lo and behold, they have a semblance of a pass rush. So maybe they can get after Jayden Daniels a little bit. I'm sure he's still going to make some plays with his legs and be able to get the ball out to, some of his skill players that have had success recently. I think he and Terry McLaurin are really having some cool moments right now where they're on the same page and showing like that dynamic where they can actually be like a quarterback wide receiver duo that stands tall for the next couple of years. So that'll be tough for them. But obviously the story here is Penix. And they did dust off a lot more play actions looks than they did last week. I think they're at like 23% play action usage for the game, which is way higher, significantly higher.
Percent before the game.
Yeah.
So low.
Yeah. See, for a single game, like that was way higher than any usage that they had up to this point, which just goes to show like what the actual problem was in terms of, holding back some of the schematic stuff on the offense, which we already knew. And luckily for Penix, this isn't the toughest test. I think the Commanders defense is definitely playing better than at the start of the season. They're not just like a total pushover anymore, but, it's not going against, like where the Ravens are now or where the Vikings have been or the Broncos or, some of those other top teams that we've talked about. So it's doable. I want to see if they can continue to run the ball in the manner they did last week. Bijan Robinson's having an insane year, in a year where Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley have, taken the mantle, and rightfully so. Bijan Robinson's also having an insane season of his own. So, you're going to need to lean on that run game with him and Altier, see if you can call some more play action shots. And then just like last week with Penix, don't make any mistakes, which I don't think he made any, terrible mistakes. Maybe that would cause you to have concern about this week. The only interception he had was the Kyle Pitts drop, who apparently has, Kyle Pitts has the entire world just mad at him for that play. You'd think that he killed someone's like daughter, like or his child, the way that people are talking about him on the internet right now. But
I think Arthur Smith got fired again after that.
Yes, seriously. I don't know. The Kyle Pitts stuff is interesting to me because I feel we are all watching him. He's clearly like physically not the same guy he was a couple years ago. And that's to me like where I struggle, like just piling on someone where it's like, damn man, like, all right, you're definitely
75% of what he was. Yeah.
Right. So I kind of struggle with that, but still you should probably catch the ball. So I don't know. Just look clean. I told myself last week I wasn't going to get invested in winning these games, but then the Bucs lost to Dallas. So now I'm like, damn, if you can just get to the playoffs, that would be great. Dude, if you win this week and the Panthers beat the Bucs, which is possible, certainly possible, you're in for the first time since 2017. You know, like see the thing that
Sark was your offensive coordinator,
dude, right? And he's rebuilt Texas at this point. It's pretty crazy. I don't want to end up like not getting to the playoffs before the Jets do, because you're next up on the list of like teams who haven't been to the playoffs since so-and-so administration.
Oh yeah.
Let's just, nip that in the bud. You don't want to be on this list, and then we can actually start caring about winning these games next year. But for this week, just don't look like a joke, man. Just don't look like a joke. Not off the holiday. Come on now.
It's funny. It's I love that's all you're asking. Like, just don't embarrass me.
Just don't look like a
just
joke.
Don't embarrass me. That's it. I know. Just don't embarrass me.